Disappear, written and published by Spark Spirit 10. Personal transformation starts with a single moment when you realize that your current life doesn't match what you truly want. This important choice starts the process of change, leading to a series of events that will alter your life completely. It's an important realization that the life you've been living and the person you've been showing to others no longer helps you achieve your true goals. This understanding often arrives softly, like a gentle whisper at night. A sudden life event, a slow buildup of dissatisfaction, or a clear moment in the chaos of daily life might trigger it. This awakening is a message from your true self, encouraging you to start a journey of genuine living and self-discovery. Deciding to change is not always straightforward. It takes bravery to recognize that parts of your life, maybe even those you've put a lot of effort into, are not satisfying anymore. It takes honesty to recognize that you've moved past some relationships, beliefs, or situations. This choice usually brings a blend of excitement and fear, along with hope and uncertainty. It's a step into something new, a promise to grow beyond what you already know. This decision holds great power. When you decide to change, you take control of your own life story. You move from just going along with life to actively shaping your own reality. This decision shows that you care about yourself and believe you deserve to live a life that reflects who you really are. Choosing to change means recognizing your own abilities. It acknowledges that you have untapped abilities, hidden skills, and parts of your personality that are yet to be discovered. When you decide to change, you allow yourself to look into new parts of who you are. You are starting to explore new options you might not have thought about before. This first choice lays the groundwork for all the changes that will come next. This is the initial move to match what you see outside with what you feel inside. From now on, every choice you make and every action you take will be filled with the energy of your commitment to personal growth and being true to yourself. Know that deciding to change is not just a single event. You will need to renew this commitment every day and sometimes even every moment. Some days it will be hard to resist old habits and routines. Sometimes you might feel uncertain, and the way forward can look confusing or intimidating. During these times, go back to the original motivation that led you to make a change. Transformation isn't about turning into a completely different person. It's about removing the layers of societal expectations, untrue beliefs, and learned identities to show your true self. It's about bringing your life in line with what truly matters to you, what you love, and your reason for being. Choosing to transform means choosing to be more truly yourself. As you start this journey, take it easy on yourself. Change doesn't always happen in a straight line. There will be challenges, times of uncertainty, and phases of quick progress. Welcome all of these experiences as part of your journey. Every challenge is a chance to learn, and every setback is an opportunity to build your determination. Choosing to change is the first step in an exciting journey of finding yourself. It's about choosing to live life your way, chasing your dreams with strong resolve, and becoming the truest version of yourself. As you take the next steps after this important choice, you have all the tools you need to build the life you want. Believe in your capacity to grow, change, and improve. The path ahead might be tough, but it also offers endless opportunities. Your choice to change is what opens the door to a life filled with purpose, authenticity, and fulfillment. Lesson 1. Taking a break. As we work on improving ourselves, one important step is to distance ourselves from people, places, and situations that aren't helpful to our growth. Disappearing isn't about escaping or dodging responsibilities. It's a strong way to show self-love and dedication to our personal growth and health. To really grasp the importance of taking a break, we need to start by recognizing the things that drain our energy in life. These can be harmful relationships, unsatisfying jobs, or even ways of thinking that trap us in a loop of negativity. Sometimes we get so used to these tiring influences that we don't see how they affect our energy and possibilities. Think about your daily interactions and surroundings for a moment. Are you feeling energized and inspired? Or are you feeling drained and depleted? Do certain people or situations often make you feel less than you are? After we find these energy vampires, we can start setting healthy boundaries. This could mean reducing contact with some people, quitting a job that hinders our creativity, or moving to a new city that better matches our values and goals. Go through this process with care and kindness, both for ourselves and for the people we might be pulling away from. Understand that taking a break is not being selfish. It's an important part of taking care of yourself. Just like we quickly pull our hand away from a hot stove, we should also quickly step away from situations that hurt us emotionally or spiritually. When we take care of ourselves, we show respect for our own needs and inspire others to do the same. Stepping away from draining situations opens up room for new opportunities and experiences to come into our lives. In this space, we often discover the clarity and inspiration to follow our true passions and purpose. Imagine cleaning up a messy room to create space for nice new furniture. When we let go of things that don't help us, we make space for what truly benefits us. But taking a break isn't always simple. Some people might push back against us because they like things the way they are or gain something from our staying in tough situations. Their resistance usually shows their own fears and insecurities rather than what is truly best for us. Be confident in what you believe and know that the people who really care about you will be there to help you grow and discover yourself. When we take a step back, we may face feelings of uncertainty or isolation. This is a normal part of the process and should be accepted. Instead of worrying about feeling uncomfortable, recognize that it can be a good sign. It often means we're making progress, leaving our comfort zones, and starting to change for the better. Lesson 2. Finding peace in solitude. During personal transformation, there comes a moment when we need to step back from the world and spend time alone in a peaceful space. Just like a butterfly changes, we also need a safe place to let go of our old selves and become something new. This chapter looks at how important solitude is for disappearing and changing. The butterfly's cocoon is a strong symbol of how we change and grow. Inside its soft cocoon, the caterpillar goes through an amazing transformation, breaking down its old self to emerge as something completely different. We also need to create our own safe spaces, places for quiet thinking and self-reflection where we can change and grow. In this context, solitude does not mean being lonely or isolated. It's about taking a moment to step back from the distractions and pressures around us to connect with who we truly are inside. In quiet moments, we can listen to our inner voice, helping us find our true direction. There are many great benefits to spending time alone. When we are alone, we can better understand our thoughts, feelings, and what we want. When we stop relying on the constant input and opinions of others, we can figure out what really matters to us and what doesn't. Understanding this is important for making real choices about our lives and the path of our change. Being alone gives us the chance to think about our feelings and what we've been through. In our busy daily lives, we often ignore our feelings, leaving them unlooked at and unresolved. In our own quiet moments, we can confront these feelings directly, processing them and letting go of what doesn't help us anymore. Additionally, time gives us the chance to rest and restore our energy and inner strength. In a world that always wants our focus and effort, times of being alone help soothe our busy minds and spirits. This restoration is important for maintaining the energy required for personal change. To truly enjoy sacred solitude, it's essential to set up a personal space, a place that helps you focus on your inner journey. You don't need to make it complicated. It can be a small area in your room, a place outside, or just a cozy chair by the window. This area should feel safe, calm, and good for thinking. In your sanctuary, think about adding things that engage your senses and help you reflect. This could involve soothing smells such as lavender or sandalwood, gentle lighting, cozy seating, and items that are personally significant to you. The aim is to set up a space that quickly helps you feel reflective as soon as you walk in. While you are in your special place, take part in activities that help you learn about yourself and grow. Journaling is a helpful way to look at your thoughts and feelings. Writing helps you see patterns in your thoughts, tackle challenges, and understand your true desires and motivations. Meditation is a helpful practice to include in your alone time. When you calm your mind and pay attention to the present, you allow your intuition and inner wisdom to come forward. Just a few minutes of meditation every day can really improve your self-awareness and clarity. Reading can be a powerful and personal experience. Select books that motivate you, make you think differently, or offer support as you grow personally. Let what others say inspire new thoughts and viewpoints in you. Lesson 3. Moving closer to who you really are. Disappearing usually brings to mind thoughts of escaping or getting away from a person or situation. In personal transformation, disappearing means not escaping reality but moving towards the person you are meant to be. This change in viewpoint is important for anyone starting a journey of self-discovery and transformation. When we decide to disappear, we're not removing ourselves from existence. We are making room to find and take care of our true selves. This process means letting go of the pressures from society, past experiences, and beliefs that hold us back. When we take a break from the hustle and bustle of daily life, we can listen to our inner voice better and connect our actions with what we truly want and believe. Becoming your true self takes bravery and commitment. It involves confronting difficult realities about your true self and the persona you've been showing to others. This journey usually starts with some self-reflection, where you look closely at your thoughts, actions, and relationships. Consider what parts of your life make you happy and satisfied. What takes away your energy or makes you feel like you're not being true to yourself? These questions can help you find your way to your true self. As you start to discover your true self and what you want, this is a changing journey. Our true selves are not fixed things waiting to be found. They are parts of us that grow and change as we do. Be open to change and give yourself the chance to discover various sides of who you are and what you enjoy. A good way to work towards your ideal life is to make a vision board or write a clear description of the person you want to become. Think about not only what you've accomplished outside but also the traits, principles, and experiences you wish to represent. This image or written note can help motivate you and remind you of your goals when things get tough. Another important part of becoming your true self is to stop seeking approval from others. People are often influenced to look for approval from others, like their parents, friends, or social media followers. True transformation means we need to trust our own judgment and intuition. This doesn't mean ignoring what others think, but instead learning to recognize which opinions are worth considering and which ones can be set aside respectfully. As you work towards being your true self, you might face pushback, both from yourself and from people around you. Internal resistance often shows up as self-doubt or fear of what is not known. Recognize these feelings, but don't allow them to stop you from moving forward. Growth can be uncomfortable, and feeling uneasy doesn't always mean you're on the wrong path. Lesson 4. Pay attention to your inner voice. As we go through transformation and self-discovery, one of the strongest tools we have is our inner voice. This small, often ignored part of our mind is important for discovering our true potential and helping us find our real selves. But in the chaos of everyday life, this voice can easily get lost among outside distractions, what society expects, and our own insecurities. Silence plays a crucial role in finding out more about ourselves. In the calm times, when we take a break from the endless flow of information and distractions, we can really listen to our inner voice. This inner guidance system, shaped by our experiences and core values, often understands what we need before we are even aware of it. When we make time for silence in our lives, we let this voice come forward, giving us insights and guidance that we might not notice otherwise. Building our intuition takes time and commitment. It's not about intense psychic events or sudden realizations, but about paying attention to the small hints and feelings that lead us during our day. Begin by dedicating some time each day for peaceful thinking. You can do this by meditating, taking a quiet walk in nature, or just sitting in silence for a few minutes. By doing this often, you'll start to see patterns in your thoughts and feelings, helping you tell the difference between your mind's noise and your intuition's deeper wisdom. Also, listen to your body. Our intuition often speaks to us through physical feelings, like a tightness in the chest when something feels off or a sense of lightness and openness when we're heading in the right direction. When we pay attention to these physical signals, we can connect with our intuition even when life gets hectic. Journaling is a helpful way to reflect on yourself and connect with your inner thoughts. Writing down our thoughts and feelings can help us see and understand them better. Begin each day by writing a few pages freely, allowing your thoughts to flow without any judgment or editing. As time goes by, you might see patterns or ideas that reveal what you really want and what matters to you. One journaling method is to ask yourself questions before you sleep, then write down any thoughts or dreams you have when you wake up. This practice can help you get past your conscious mind's barriers and access the knowledge of your subconscious. As you get better at listening to your inner voice, you might find it hard to challenge old beliefs or feel pushed towards changes that seem scary. This is a normal part of the process. Sometimes we just know what we need to grow, even if it feels uncomfortable or goes against what others expect from us. Believe in this process and remember that listening to your inner guidance will help you live a more genuine and satisfying life. Lesson 5. Dealing with how others respond. As you start to change and move away from your old life, you will likely face some pushback from people around you. This resistance is a normal part of the process and is something to expect. Know that your changes might affect others and learn how to handle their actions. This will help you stay focused on your personal growth. Changing can be confusing for those around you who are used to how you used to act. Your change shows them their own lack of progress or their worries about changing. This can lead to different responses, from mild disapproval to strong anger. Their reactions say more about them than they do about you. Friends and family might worry and ask about your decisions or attempt to bring you back to old habits. They may be concerned that you are making a mistake or that your changes could hurt your relationship with them. Some people might feel uneasy about your progress, worrying that you will surpass them or move on without them. Handle these reactions with care and compassion while also keeping clear boundaries. A good way to handle resistance is to share your experiences openly, but only with people who have shown they can be supportive. Explain why you want to make a change and how you believe it will benefit your life. Listen to their concerns, but stay focused on your goals. You don't have to explain your personal growth to anyone. However, sharing it with those who are close to you can make the change easier for everyone. If some people keep opposing or sabotaging what you're trying to do, it might be a good idea to put some space between you and them. This doesn't mean completely removing people from your life, but instead changing how much energy and time you put into these relationships. Build relationships with people who support and motivate you, and try to spend less time with those who take away your energy or hinder your progress. Sticking to your path, even when faced with outside pressures, can be one of the toughest parts of change. Sometimes you might feel unsure, and you may find yourself thinking about your old life. During these times, remember why you started this journey. Take a moment to look back at your goals. Think about the vision you have for your future self and consider the feelings of dissatisfaction that led you to want change. Building a solid support system can be very helpful during this time. Look for people who share your goals and are also working on their personal development. You can do this by joining support groups, attending workshops, or connecting with online communities that focus on transformation and self-improvement. Being around people who get you and support your path can give you the strength and motivation to keep going, even when faced with challenges from outside. Lesson 6. How to become invisible in a world that always seeks our attention. Learning to become invisible can be a helpful way to grow and change personally. This chapter looks at ways to stay unnoticed, develop inner strength by being anonymous, and use invisibility for personal growth and self-discovery. Invisibility, when talking about personal change, doesn't mean actually disappearing from view. It's about intentionally lowering your visibility in some areas of your life to make room for reflection and growth. You might take a break from social media, say no to events that don't match your values, or just enjoy some time by yourself. One major advantage of being invisible is the freedom it gives you to explore and try out new ways of being without always being watched by others. When you're not always in front of an audience, it's easier to connect with your true self and make choices based on what you really want instead of what others expect. To start practicing invisibility, first look for parts of your life where you feel too exposed or tired from too much interaction. You might feel pressured to keep a certain image on social media, in specific social groups, or even at work. After you find these areas, start to carefully reduce your presence. This doesn't mean you have to stop all communication or vanish completely. It's about being more purposeful in how you engage. You could decide to post on social media less often or to share fewer personal details when you do post. In social situations, you may focus on listening rather than speaking, watching and learning from others without needing to be in the spotlight. When you start to step back from some parts of your life, you may notice that you have more energy and mental clarity to concentrate on your personal growth. Take this opportunity to try new things, learn new skills, or just enjoy some peaceful time to think. This time of limited visibility can be very helpful for understanding your values, goals, and the path you want your life to follow. But becoming invisible can be challenging in a society that often links being seen with success and value. Deciding to take a step back can seem strange or even scary. You might be concerned about being overlooked or not included. True strength and self-worth come from within, not from outside approval or constant attention. Periods of invisibility can really help you build your inner strength and resilience. When you stop looking for approval or validation from others, you start to trust your own judgment and intuition. You grow more at ease with being alone and build a clearer understanding of who you are, independent of how others see you. Invisibility can be a strong aid for personal growth. When you're not always in the spotlight, you can make mistakes, learn, and grow without worrying about being judged. Feel free to try out new ways of being, thinking, and living without the need to quickly explain or share these changes with anyone else. Lesson 7. Changing in private. Personal transformation is often shown through public displays, like before and after photos shared on social media and big reveals celebrated by friends and family. But the biggest and most lasting changes usually happen when no one is watching. During quiet times of being alone and thinking about oneself, there is something special about changing in private, away from what others expect or think. When we decide to keep our journey private, we make a special space for growth and discovery. This privacy lets us try new things, learn from our mistakes, and change our direction without worrying about what others think or say. In quiet moments, we can hear our inner voice and connect our actions with what we truly want and believe in. Making a personal growth plan is an important part of this personal change journey. This plan acts like a guide, helping us navigate the different parts of our lives that we want to change or make better. It could involve goals about our physical health, emotional well-being, relationships, career, or spiritual practice. The important thing is to create a plan that is tailored to us, concentrating on what really matters to us instead of what we feel we should care about because of what society expects. While we follow our personal growth plan, it's essential to discover methods to track our progress that don't depend on outside approval. We can keep a journal to note our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. As time goes by, we can create small, doable goals for ourselves and quietly celebrate when we achieve them. We can use tools like mood trackers or habit-forming apps to see our progress clearly. Transforming in private allows us to explore different parts of ourselves freely without worrying about being judged. We can explore new identities, test out different beliefs or practices, and let ourselves be open in ways that we might not usually feel safe doing in public. This exploration is important for real change because it helps us find out who we really are under the influences of society and its expectations. Transforming in private doesn't mean we have to do it by ourselves. We can look for help from reliable mentors, therapists, or coaches who can provide guidance and support while also honoring our need for privacy. These private relationships can provide helpful insights and support without affecting the personal nature of our journey. Lesson 8. Finding your real self again. In the process of change and transformation, one of the most meaningful experiences is finding your true self again. As we go through life, we often pick up layers of social expectations and misunderstandings that hide our true selves. Peeling back these layers can be tough but also freeing, showing us who we were always meant to be. To start this journey of finding ourselves again, understand that a lot of what we think of as our personality or identity is really just a creation. From a young age, we take in messages from our family, friends, schools, and society about who we are supposed to be and how we should act. These messages influence what we believe, what we value, and what we aspire to. Some of these influences might match who we really are, but many do not. We need to go through these beliefs and find out which ones truly connect with who we are. A good way to begin uncovering these layers is by practicing mindful self-reflection. Spend a few moments each day sitting quietly to notice your thoughts, feelings, and reactions without judging them. Pay attention to the parts of your life that make you happy and satisfied, and those that seem difficult or exhausting. Notice the times when you feel truly alive and genuine. These are hints that lead to your real self. Writing in a journal can be very helpful in this process. Share openly about what you've gone through, what you want, and what worries you. As time goes on, you might notice patterns that show more about your true self beyond what society has taught you. Think about this. What would I do if I wasn't worried about what others think? What activities cause me to lose track of time? What values do I have that I'm not completely following? These questions can help you understand your true self. One effective way to learn more about yourself is to look back at what you enjoyed as a child. As kids, the things that fascinated us were genuine reflections of who we really are before we felt the pressure of what society expects. Did you enjoy drawing but stopped because it didn't seem like a practical job? Did you find nature interesting but choose a more traditional route? Bringing back these early interests can help you rediscover parts of your true self. As you start this journey of rediscovery, expect some surprises along the way. Some beliefs or parts of your personality that you have valued for a long time might not really match who you truly are. This understanding might feel uncomfortable, but it's an important step in the journey. Welcome the discomfort as a sign that you are growing and changing. Understand that finding your true self doesn't mean you have to become a completely different person. It's about finding and accepting the true you that has always been there, hidden under the layers of what you've been taught. This process focuses on removing what isn't needed rather than adding new traits or skills. Lesson 9, the return. Discovering your change, the process of disappearing and changing, isn't finished until the last step of coming back. Just like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, there comes a moment when you need to return to the world and show who you have become. This return isn't just about being seen again. It's about confidently showing who you've become during your time of reflection and personal growth. Picking the best moment to come back is important. This choice should be made carefully and without outside influence. Instead, pay attention to your gut feeling and wait for that inner spark that shows you're ready. You'll recognize it's the right moment when you feel a connection between your personal growth and your wish to interact with the world once more. This moment usually comes when you feel confident and clear about who you are and what you want to do. As you get ready to show your transformation, think about how others might react and get ready for that. People around you might have gotten used to you not being there or created their own stories about why you left. Some people might be happy to see you back, while others may find it hard to understand or accept the changes in you. Their reactions show more about their own experiences than about you. As you move through this difficult situation, remember to be patient and kind to yourself and to those around you. Be ready to share your journey if you want to, but remember that you don't have to explain your personal growth to anyone. Your transformation is personal to you. Sharing it can be nice, but it's not something you have to do. When you encounter doubt or pushback, stay strong in your new understanding of yourself. Your time away has helped you learn more about yourself and what you want in life. Use this inner understanding as your guide while you move through the challenging times of coming back. The people who really care about you will come to value the real you that you are showing to the world. Being sure of your new self is likely the most important part of your comeback. This doesn't mean you have to be loud or flashy about your change. It's about calmly and confidently being true to who you really are. Allow what you do, the decisions you make, and your energy to show who you are. Others will see the difference in you, the clarity in your eyes, the confidence in your posture, and the calmness in your presence. Lesson 10, creating a new life. Changing our lives often brings us to an important point where we need to imagine and create a new way of living. Manifestation is a mix of creativity and method, needing a careful combination of imagination, belief, and action. As we enter this stage of our change, we start to see that the ability to shape our perfect reality has always been inside us. Seeing things clearly is a key part of creating a new life. It's not just daydreaming. It's a strong tool that prepares our mind and spirit for the changes we want. When we regularly picture what we want to achieve, we're training our mind to notice and take advantage of chances that match our goals. This practice means using all our senses to fully experience our ideal life. We experience it fully. We feel it, hear it, taste it, and touch it in our imagination. Take some time each day to practice visualization. For the best results, choose a calm place where you can be alone. Shut your eyes and let yourself relax and concentrate. Start building your perfect life one scene at a time, like you're making a film. How would you describe your ideal day? Who are you with? What are you up to? How are you doing? The clearer and more detailed your visualization, the stronger its effect on your subconscious mind. When you keep doing this practice, you'll see a change in how you feel and think. You might notice that you are drawn to options and chances that match your goals. Your thoughts and feelings start to influence what happens around you. But just visualizing is not sufficient to create a new life. We need to make a clear plan for our ideal future. This blueprint acts like a guide, helping us make choices and take actions as we go through the transformation process. Begin by outlining your objectives in different aspects of life: work, relationships, self-improvement, health, and spirituality. Set clear and strong goals for yourself and give yourself permission to dream big, regardless of your current situation. After you set your goals, divide them into smaller, easy steps. What steps can you take today, this week, or this month to get closer to your dream life? Make a timeline for these actions, but keep it adaptable. Transformation doesn't follow a straight line, and being flexible will help you as you face challenges and surprise chances. Your blueprint is always changing and evolving. As you change and develop, your idea of a perfect life will change as well. Keep checking and updating your plan to make sure it truly shows what you really want. Once you have a clear vision and a plan, the last step to creating a new life is to take action that feels right. This is where a lot of people struggle in their journey of change. It's common to spend a lot of time planning and dreaming, but making things happen takes bravery and a promise to take action. Inspired action is not the same as just keeping busy. It's not about rushing to do everything that comes to mind. It's about listening to your intuition and taking actions that match your vision. Sometimes these actions are clear, such as applying for a job that matches your career goals. Sometimes things might look different at first, but believe that your mind is helping you reach what you want. As you take these actions, keep an open mind and be curious. Be open to leaving your comfort zone and exploring new experiences. Every action, no matter what happens, is a chance to grow and learn. Appreciate what you do, not only the achievements, understanding that every little progress is getting you nearer to creating your new life. During this process, develop patience and trust. Manifestation doesn't happen right away. It takes its own time to develop. Believe that by regularly visualizing, improving your plan, and taking motivated steps, you are working together to create your new reality. The ability to create a new life is in your hands. You have control over your life. You create your own narrative. As you go through this process of manifestation, you'll find strength and creativity, resilience and personal power that you didn't realize you had. Enjoy this process of creating, because as you build a new life, you are also becoming a new version of yourself, one that truly reflects your core values and greatest goals. The Quiet Revolution was a period of significant change in Quebec during the 1960s. It involved a shift towards modernization and the secularization of society, as well as the expansion of the welfare state. This movement aimed to reduce the influence of the Catholic Church in public life and promote social and economic reforms. Big changes often start with just one small, quiet choice to make everything different. This is the core of the Quiet Revolution, a personal change that begins inside you and slowly transforms your whole world. This revolution is different from the loud and chaotic ones in history books. It is quiet, thoughtful, and very personal. Small, consistent changes can have a big impact. It's common to think that change needs big, bold actions or major life moments. Real and lasting change usually happens through small, intentional actions taken consistently over time. Taking these small steps regularly can lead to big changes in your life. Think about how water can wear away rock over time. A single drop of water looks small compared to the hard surface of a boulder. Over time, many drops can create canyons and change the land. Your change happens in a similar way. Every little choice, every small habit, and every moment of being present is like a drop. By themselves, they might not seem important, but when combined, they can change your life significantly. Building the bravery to make changes begins with these simple steps. It's about choosing every day to match your actions with what you truly value and hope for. This could involve getting up a bit earlier to meditate, deciding to be kind in a tough situation, or spending a few minutes each day on a dream you've had for a long time. These actions might not look like a big deal right now, but they are the basic steps towards significant change. Embracing uncertainty is also a part of the Quiet Revolution. When you choose to change your life, you're entering a new and unfamiliar path. This can be scary because what we know, even if it doesn't make us happy, often seems safer than facing the unknown of change. True growth happens in times of uncertainty. When you learn to be okay with discomfort and embrace the unknown, you build resilience and adaptability. These are important skills for any journey of change. The aim of this quiet revolution is not to change who you are, but to be more true to yourself. It's about removing the layers of what society expects, the habits you've formed, and the beliefs that hold you back to show the true you. This process can sometimes be uncomfortable. It might mean confronting some hard realities about who you are or how you live. It could involve releasing relationships, jobs, or identities that aren't beneficial to you. As you let go of each layer, you get closer to living a life that reflects who you really are. Lesson 11, your strength comes not from being noticed, but from deciding when and how to show yourself. In a world that always wants our attention, it's easy to overlook that real power often comes from being able to manage how visible we are. Being strategically visible is an important skill in the process of personal change. Becoming less noticeable is not about hiding away or isolating ourselves. It's about recognizing the importance of choosing when and how we show ourselves to others. Think about the moon. It doesn't go away completely, but it changes, revealing different sides of itself at various times. Sometimes it shines brightly, lighting up the world, while other times it disappears into darkness, getting ready for the next cycle. This natural rhythm shows the balance we should aim for in our lives. By taking a break from social media, work responsibilities, and social events, we allow ourselves time to reflect and grow. This temporary invisibility helps us think about our experiences, reconsider our goals, and get back in touch with who we really are, away from outside opinions and distractions. During times of solitude, we often find clarity and make important decisions. The power of invisibility goes beyond simply pulling away. It's also about the choice to be seen again. By choosing the right moments to be in the spotlight, we make our presence more meaningful and impactful. Imagine a unique and lovely bird. Its rarity makes seeing it even more special and valued. When we manage how visible we are, we also keep a bit of mystery and interest in a world where sharing too much is common. There's a special strength in choosing carefully what we share. This does not involve being dishonest or pretending to be someone else. It's about realizing that you don't have to share every thought, feeling, or experience with everyone. When we keep some parts of ourselves private, it creates a sense of mystery that attracts others and earns their respect. Also, deciding when to show ourselves helps us to share our best side with others. Like an artist who shares only the final piece instead of every sketch, we can take time away to improve ourselves before reappearing. This method ensures that when we show up, it's meaningful and effective. Strategic visibility is important not just in personal relationships, but also in social situations and work environments. Understanding when to share your thoughts and when to listen can make a big difference. Leaders who grasp this idea realize that their words mean more when they aren't always in the limelight. By picking the right times, they can increase their impact and efficiency. Lesson 12. Clear and noticeable presence. In your journey of personal change, one of the most effective tools you have is the ability to manage how visible you are. Strategic visibility means it's not about being in all the time or always wanting attention. It's about knowing when and how to show yourself effectively. This chapter looks at the details of this skill and how it can help you grow and change. Choosing when to be seen can create a sense of mystery, interest, and respect. When you are always around and easy to reach, others might not appreciate your presence as much. When you choose your appearances carefully, every interaction becomes more meaningful and impactful. This doesn't mean isolating yourself or losing touch with the world. It's about being purposeful with how you use your energy and being present. Think of the moon as a symbol for clear planning and awareness. The moon is always there, but it changes how it looks. Sometimes it shines brightly, and other times you can hardly see it. Its presence is always noticeable, and its cycles are important to the patterns of nature. Your visibility can help balance your relationships and how others see you, allowing you to make the most of being present and being away. To use selective visibility effectively, you need to clearly understand your goals and values. Consider this. Where in your life could being more visible help you grow? In what areas could taking a step back lead to deeper personal growth? Answering these questions can help you create a visibility strategy that fits your transformation journey. If you're trying to learn a new skill or work on a passion project, you might decide to spend less time with friends so you can concentrate on it better. After you've made good progress, you can thoughtfully raise your visibility to showcase your achievements and motivate others. This method helps keep your confidence safe while you learn and also boosts the effect of your eventual success. Being strategically visible can be a strong asset in work environments. By managing how you show up in meetings, projects, and interactions at work, you can make others see your value and uniqueness. When you talk, people tend to pay attention because you share your thoughts thoughtfully and selectively. This doesn't mean you should be absent or uncooperative. Instead, it's about being careful with what you say and making sure that when you do speak up, it really matters and makes a difference. In personal relationships, being aware of what you share can help keep boundaries clear and build stronger connections. When you're not always around, it gives others a chance to miss you and value your company more. This can be especially helpful if you're dealing with codependency or looking to build a stronger sense of self. True intimacy isn't about always being together. It's about the quality of your connection. When practicing strategic visibility, it's good to allow room for personal growth and keep some things private, but being completely isolated can be unhelpful. Discover a balance that lets you enjoy alone time while also having valuable connections with others. This could involve setting aside certain times for social interaction or establishing clear ways for people to reach out to you. Lesson 13. Making room for new beginnings. Creating space is one of the most effective tools we have for personal transformation. This space, both in reality and in our minds, is where we can grow and become new versions of ourselves. In this empty space, true rebirth occurs, free from the world's watchful gaze and the expectations that have shaped us for so long. Mystery plays a crucial role in personal growth. When we take a break from our regular routines, relationships, and surroundings, we spark curiosity both in others and in ourselves. This mystery serves as a protective layer, keeping us safe from outside factors that could slow down our change. In this uncertain state, we can explore, try new things, and grow without worrying about being judged right away or having to explain ourselves. Using absence to create curiosity and anticipation is an effective approach in the art of disappearing. When we step away from what we know, we create a space that naturally attracts attention. This attention is not the same as the spotlight we may have been familiar with. It's more like a gentle curiosity, a slight change in the atmosphere around us. This absence can be beneficial for us, as it gives us the chance to shape the story of our change. Instead of always sharing our progress, we allow the silence to convey our journey, creating excitement for who we are becoming. As we get ready to come back, make good use of this time away. This time is not for doing nothing. It's about focusing on important inner work. It's a time to think deeply, let go of the past, and care for the beginnings of who we are becoming. In this phase, we may take part in activities that match our growing self. This could include learning new skills, looking into various philosophies, or building habits that help our change. The space we create acts as a barrier between who we used to be and who we are becoming. It helps us practice showing our change before we share it with others. This rehearsal time is very important because it helps us make our changes stronger and gain the confidence we need to keep them, even when faced with outside opinions. In this space, we can make mistakes, change our direction, and improve our new identity without worrying about what others think. Making room for new beginnings means releasing the desire for ongoing approval or justification. In today's connected world, people often expect to be visible and accessible all the time. When we take a step back and accept the unknown, we push against the usual way of thinking and claim our right to keep things private and to grow as people. Taking a break from everything, even for a little while, can really show what matters to us and how dedicated we are to finding ourselves. Lesson 14. Discovering who you are. As you work on changing yourself, one of the most important things you can find is your true self. This journey of self-discovery is more than just changing your habits or looks. It's about removing the layers of societal influences and expectations to uncover the true essence of who you are. Many people live their lives wearing masks and acting in ways they think others want them to. We take on roles that we believe will help us be more accepted, more liked, or more successful. However, in the process, we frequently disconnect from who we truly are. Changing and becoming someone new gives you a chance to remove these fake layers and get back to your true self. To start this journey of discovering who you are, make time for self-reflection. This could include times of being alone, thinking quietly, or just reflecting peacefully. During quiet times, think about important questions. What really makes you happy? What values do you truly care about, not because someone told you to, but because they feel right to you? What dreams have you set aside for more practical goals? As you explore these questions further, you might face some pushback. Our conditioned identities can be tough to change, holding on to familiar habits even when they don't help us. Tackle this process with kindness and understanding. You're not aiming to change into a different person. You're revealing the true you that has always been there, hidden under layers of what others expect and how you've adjusted. A great way to connect with your true self is to think back on moments when you felt truly alive and genuine. These moments could come from your childhood, before outside influences affected how you acted, or from times of significant difficulty or happiness in your adult life. Think about these experiences. What were you doing? What were your feelings? What parts of yourself were you sharing openly? Another way is to look into what you love and enjoy without being critical. The things that excite us can show us who we really are. Give yourself permission to explore activities and ideas that inspire you, even if they feel unrealistic or different from your current direction. By doing this, you might find skills and parts of yourself that you haven't used in a while. When you start to reconnect with your true self, you may see differences in how you interact with the world around you. You might feel attracted to various kinds of people, activities, or places. Believe in these changes. They show that you are getting closer to your true self. It's normal to feel a bit uncomfortable or confused during this process. When you let go of old identities and habits, you might feel a bit lost for a while. This is a normal part of the change process. Welcome this uncertainty as a sign that you are growing, understanding that a stronger and more genuine base is being built under you. Lesson 15. Choosing your friends. As you start your journey of change and self-discovery, think about the people around you. The people around you greatly influence your growth mindset and overall well-being. As things change, take a look at your relationships and build the group that fits who you are becoming. Changing your path can reveal the differences between your new direction and what others expect or believe. Some relationships might not feel right for you anymore or help you grow. This understanding can be freeing and difficult. Take this reassessment with kindness for yourself and for others, understanding that everyone has their own path. When you embrace your new identity, you'll probably draw in people who are a better match for your true self. These people might have common values, goals, or have gone through their own life-changing experiences. Welcome these new connections, as they can provide new ideas, help, and motivation for your ongoing development. But be careful when building these new relationships. Make sure they really connect with who you are inside and aren't just a result of a passing trend or the image you want to show others. It's great to welcome new connections, but it's also important to establish boundaries with those who might not support or understand your changes. This doesn't mean you have to stop all contact, but it does involve changing how and how much you interact. Some relationships might need to change, while others could naturally drift apart as you follow different directions. It can be tough to set boundaries, particularly with family or friends you've known for a long time. It needs clear communication, confidence, and a good understanding of oneself. Setting boundaries is not about being aggressive or rejecting others. It's a way to take care of yourself and show respect for your own path. Be ready for possible pushback or confusion, and handle these discussions with patience and understanding. When you choose your friends, think about the energy you share with them. Be around people who support, motivate, and encourage you. Seek out people who appreciate your progress instead of feeling insecure about it. Look for mentors, peers, and friends who can provide guidance, support, and helpful feedback as you go through your transformation. But be careful not to rely too much on what others think or say about you. Having a supportive group is important, but real change starts from inside you. Look at your relationships to help you reflect on yourself and grow. But always listen to your own instincts. Lesson 16. Understanding silence. In a world full of noise and talk, silence has become something valuable and hard to find. In this silence, we often discover our greatest strength and clarity. Silence can be a powerful tool for personal growth and change. In quiet moments, we can listen to our inner voice, think about our journey, and find the insights needed for real change. Silence isn't just a lack of noise. It's a way to connect with our true selves. By embracing silence, we allow ourselves to explore and reflect on who we are. In this space, we can start to peel back the layers of conditioning and outside influences that have shaped our lives and begin to reconnect with our true selves. A great way to use the benefits of silence is by practicing mindfulness and meditation. Taking a few moments each day to sit quietly helps our minds become calm and open. This quiet time helps us notice our thoughts and feelings without judging them, providing useful insights into our habits and actions. With time, this practice can help you become more aware of yourself and improve your emotional understanding, which are important parts of personal growth. Not speaking can be a strong way to express yourself in a world where people often feel the need to express and share everything. Deciding to stay quiet can be a bold choice. When we hold back our words and opinions, we allow others the chance to think and reach their own conclusions. This can be very effective in relationships and situations where we usually hurry to fill silence with words. When we accept silence, we create space for stronger connections and more significant conversations. Additionally, silence can help us establish boundaries and express our needs. At times, the strongest message we can convey is to say nothing. When we avoid draining conversations and don't react to provocations, we save our energy and keep our inner peace. Using silence in a thoughtful way can help take care of yourself and keep you safe, especially when you're going through significant personal changes and growth. Being silent can help us build inner strength and calm confidence. When we are at ease with silence, we stop feeling the need to always prove ourselves or look for approval from others. We feel more secure in our own value and are less influenced by what others think. This inner strength is very important as we face the challenges and unknowns of personal change. But accepting silence can be challenging in today's connected world. Many people are used to constant noise and may feel uneasy or uncomfortable with silence. Practice silence with patience and kindness towards yourself. Begin with a few minutes of quiet reflection each day and slowly add more time as you get used to being still. Lesson 17. Finding your way through the middle. Transformation is not usually a simple path from point A to point B. It's a twisting journey with times of doubt, unease, and deep beauty. As you move from who you were to who you are becoming, accept this transitional phase as a key part of your growth. The space in between is where the magic occurs. The chrysalis stage is when the caterpillar's body completely breaks down before it transforms into a butterfly with wings. Your personal transformation needs a time of letting go before you can become your new self. This process might feel a bit uncomfortable or even a little frightening at times. It's normal to question your choices, feel uncertain, or doubt if you can finish the path you've started. These feelings are both normal and important. Feeling uncomfortable means you're changing and moving past who you used to be. Rather than fighting against these uncomfortable feelings, try to embrace them. Welcome the uncertainty as a sign of real change, showing that you are exploring new areas in your personal growth. A good way to handle this middle ground is to develop a curiosity about what you're going through. Instead of judging your feelings or trying to hurry through this stage, think of it like an explorer. What can you discover about yourself in this transitional space? How are your views changing? What old beliefs are disappearing? And what new understandings are emerging? Writing in a journal can be very helpful right now. You can record your journey, monitor your progress, and understand your feelings. Looking back on earlier entries may surprise you and show how much progress you've made, even if it seems like you're not moving at all. Another key part of getting through the in-between is learning to trust the process. Believe that even if you can't see the final outcome, you are right where you should be. This involves building trust, not just in a religious way, but trust in yourself and in the change you are experiencing. Change doesn't always happen in a straight line. Some days you'll feel like you're making good progress, while other days it might seem like you're going backward. This back and forth is a normal part of growing. Rather than feeling down about setbacks, see them as chances to learn more and grow. In this time of transition, take care of yourself. You're going through a big change and that requires energy. Allow yourself to take a break when you need it. Take care of yourself with simple rituals that support your body, mind, and spirit. This can involve activities like meditation, yoga, enjoying nature, or doing creative things. These practices can help you feel more stable and secure during this time of change. Your relationships might change during this time of transition. Some people around you might find it hard to understand or accept the changes you are experiencing. This is fine. Not everyone is meant to be with you for your whole journey. Be ready to release relationships that don't help you grow and stay open to new connections that match who you are becoming. Lesson 18. Writing your own story. During the process of change and fading away, there is a key moment when you understand that you are not just a part of someone else's story, but the writer of your own tale. This understanding is both freeing and intimidating, as it puts you in control and encourages you to write the next parts of your life with clear goals and meaning. For a long time, many of us have let others control the story of our lives. We've adhered to guidelines set by society, family expectations, or the momentum of our previous decisions. True transformation starts when we see our ability to change, rewrite, or completely rethink our story. This doesn't mean ignoring our past or relationships, but instead recognizing that we have the power to understand and influence our experiences as we move ahead. To write your own story, you need to recognize the story you are currently living. What main ideas have been important in your life? What characters or situations show up again and again? Are you the main character in your story? Or have you put yourself in a secondary role? Looking at your life like a book can help you understand the patterns and beliefs that have influenced your journey so far. After you understand this, you can choose the story you want to share. This is where the skill of vanishing and changing becomes important. It might be time to leave behind the familiar places and people that have shaped your past experiences. This doesn't always mean you have to leave physically, though that could happen, but it does involve making room in your mind and feelings to imagine a new story. Think about the parts you want to include in your story as you go ahead. What adventures do you want to go on? What kind of personal growth would you like to experience? What topics would you like to look into? This is your chance to be creative and daring. The best stories are those where the main character experiences important changes and confronts challenges directly. When you start to create this new story, expect some pushback. Like a writer staring at a blank page, you might feel a bit lost with all the options in front of you. You might start to wonder if you can really change your story. Your journey of disappearance has given you valuable strength. Use the strengths you've built during times of being alone and thinking. Creating your own story involves being accountable for the decisions you make and the actions you take. It's simple to point fingers at outside factors or others for where we end up in life, but real ownership means taking responsibility for both our achievements and our mistakes. Every choice you make and every action you take adds to your ongoing story. Be careful with what you say and do. Great stories include highs and lows, conflicts, and their resolutions. Don't let setbacks or surprises get you down. These are usually the parts that make a story valuable and significant. See challenges as chances to grow and build your character. When you write your story, pay attention to the supporting characters you add. Be around people who support your development and have faith in the narrative you want to share. Be ready to remove characters who take away your energy or attempt to change your story for their own needs.